Hi there, I'm John Regefald.
Hello, I'm Nahuel Pazos, and we are both chef researchers at BCC Innovation.
We're part of the Delicious project, fighting child and adolescent obesity through the Mediterranean diet, creating recipes that are sustainable, healthy, and delicious. Recipes that comes from 5 countries around the Mediterranean basin: Portugal, Spain, Italy, Egypt, and Lebanon.
That we have the chance or the opportunity to visit during the project all those countries in order to explore and understand the gastronomy and the culture. So join us and let's cook together.
So we will do a recipe that is originally from Italy, pasta con pesto, but we've adapted it in a couple of ways to a final shape where I think we've managed to make it a nice balanced dish that you can eat as a main dish directly, with incorporating a little bit more of protein on the one hand, a little bit more vegetables on the other hand.
Okay, so let's introduce the ingredients. We have pasta. John has choose this trofie, but we can use maybe any other shape.
You can use any type of short macaroni shaped pasta. You can even use long shaped pasta like spaghetti or linguine as well.
I think something important is to choose a good quality pasta,
of course,
because
always.
It's gonna be a little bit more expensive, but
there's a lot of and there's so much flavor in good quality pasta. It really comes with a lot of flavor as well.
Then of course we have Parmesan cheese, we have some garlic, we have some pine nuts, we have some basil to make the pesto sauce, and then as a garnish and to complete this meal, we have some cherry tomatoes and some burrata cheese. So let's start with the pesto.
Let's start off with the pesto. So for the pesto as well, we will need a little bit of ice, which is also one of those little tricks that chefs use to keep the pesto cool and keep it from oxidizing. The green color in the basil, it's very easy that it oxidizes and changes into a brown grayish color. But if we keep the temperatures really low with a little bit of ice, we can maintain a more vibrant green color.
That's a good tip.
So we'll start off by chopping a little bit of the pine nuts with salt.
Can we use maybe another nut or?
Absolutely. The traditional recipe for the pesto is, of course, based on pine nuts. But you can make equally delicious sauces, for example, using almonds in the place of pine nuts.
And I suppose pine nuts are traditionally used because of the region.
Of course, there's a lot of pine nuts around there.
So now John is making some kind of paste.
Yes, you can see with the help of the ice, of course, and the pine nuts and the salt, you turn that into some kind of a paste. As you say.
So next you need the
next step is that we will add the basil.
The basil, okay. I can take this.
I'll just push it in all in there. We will add the garlic as well and some oil to be able to mix this well. The garlic goes in there. Thank you very much. All of the basil.
It seems a lot of basil,
but it will become much less volume once we start
here you are
mixing it, of course. And
olive oil.
Yes, can you please put some 40 milliliters of olive oil in there?
Just tell me.
A little bit more.
And it's enough.
And I think there. Perfect.
Have you added any salt here?
No, we have the salt already in the pine nuts, so
Okay.
that's more than enough for the whole recipe.
Oh, that's true. And then we'll have the Parmesan.
Then we will add that as the last step as well. So there are of course many versions of pesto as well. There are more smooth ones, there are a little bit chunkier ones. So it all
How you
depends on the person, the taste.
How you like it the most?
I like it quite smooth actually. But I know there's a lot of people that love a little bit of the pieces in there. I usually leave the Parmesan for last because I think it's nice that the Parmesan, you can feel little pieces of Parmesan, but the rest of it I usually make quite a smooth
As you can
puree
see,
of it.
pesto is a super popular and common sauce all around the world, but there's a lot of small tricks.
Exactly. So now it looks very, very light color green because we use the ice, because the ice helps to create an emulsion. So the color is a little bit light right now, but as it stands well afterwards when we're going to cook the pasta, this is going to turn into vibrant green.
So
you
want me to add the Parmesan?
Yes, please.
All of it?
Yeah,
Okay.
we can add. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
And we need to add a little bit
Of oil.
more of olive oil. Yes. Thank you very much.
Always using good quality
There you go.
extra virgin olive oil. And how can we keep this for a while in the fridge or?
Yeah, I mean, pesto can keep for a day or maybe 2 days.
Okay.
I wouldn't recommend it keeping it longer. If we make a big batch, we can freeze it. So we can freeze it. The color will change a little bit, but the flavor will be all there. So I prefer to, when I make big batches, to freeze it instead of keeping it in the fridge.
That's the heavy teeth.
Okay, I think we have a smooth base sauce, and then we added the Parmesan, so we'll have a little bit of chunky pieces of that umami flavor from the Parmesan, and that's good.
So I think I will take a big pot so we can cook the
Let's
pasta.
do that.
You have a pot already with
Lovely. Let's get that cooking.
hot water.
And we'll cook the pasta in there, and then we'll finish the dish with the pesto and the cheese and the tomatoes.
Okay.
So the pasta has been cooking for the recommended time that you can always find on the package, and we will go preparing the different things that we will mix the pasta with and for the plating.
Okay, because I suppose it's not enough just to add the pesto on top of the pasta.
No, we have to do something that's called in Italy mantecare, which is mixing the pasta with its sauce. So we're gonna do that in a bowl. So I'm gonna start by putting some of the pesto in a bowl here. Since we did quite a big batch today, we won't be needing everything.
Okay.
That's enough. We will add a little bit of the cooking water as well to dilute.
It has to be this cooking hot water.
It's the best actually because it immediately dissolves the sauce, and we have it's still a creamy sauce, but it's a little bit more diluted, as you can see.
Yeah, you're right when you said that the green comes up
Yeah.
with the.
It was a little bit brighter before because of the ice, but now it's turning into its vibrant green. So so the sauce is ready for the part where we will mix it with the pasta.
So I will.
And we can go. We can actually go ahead and cut the cherry tomatoes into halves, and then we will also just cut open this burrata cheese. So the burrata cheese is a very famous cheese from the Puglia region in Italy. And it has an outer layer which is actually very similar to the mozzarella, the texture of a mozzarella cheese. But inside, we have little pieces of mozzarella as well, and some fresh cream. So it's a very, very, very creamy cheese with an almost liquid inside, creamy liquid inside. And then we have this layer on the outside, which is the same little bit spongy texture as a mozzarella. So that's ready. Okay, we're gonna go mix the pasta with the sauce here. And drain it well. And then we can mix it there. So of course everyone has their own personal taste also on the cooking and the point of cooking the pasta. I like my pasta quite al dente, but of course in a dish like this where we actually we're just mixing the pasta with the sauce at the end, we don't do any more cooking here. Of course it's important that we already have gotten to the right al dente point of the pasta.
Because we will not be cooking.
We won't be cooking it anymore, so this is the final step. So once the pasta is at that perfect point, we will just mix it with the sauce. You can see the amazing green color. And it smells amazing as well.
I feel
the garlic, the aromatic, basil.
Looks amazing.
So this is done. This is perfectly mixed. And we can actually start plating.
Okay. Here you have a plate.
And then we'll just finish off with the fresh tomatoes and the burrata cheese on top.
Adding some tomatoes, we balance a little bit the...
And it's a nice addition of color as well, of course. We will end up with the colors of the Italian flag as well. Red, white, and green.
Okay, so I will put...
And as we said before, from something that's normally a dish in a meal, in a larger meal, maybe you eat something before, you have a pasta al pesto, and then something afterwards. In this case, I think we've created a dish that could be actually its own main dish, or it's one single dish to eat for lunch, for example.
One more.
Very nice.
And we're done.
Beautiful. Whoa.
That
smells really good.
Yeah. Okay, so...
And I have a portion here for you as well.
Okay. I hope so. Thank you very much.
Thank you.